All rise. Support court with Judge Vanda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1068, Clark case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You may be seated. Man, it's a lot of people that didn't want to come to court today. Makes my job easier. Okay. All right. Looks like Mr. Clark, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I'm married and not happy about my wife going out all the time. Girls' night seems like every other weekend. When we try to do something romantic, she's like, I prefer to go out with my girls' happy hour. So I'm suspecting she's cheap.
Okay. So because she is with her girls and not spending as much time with you, you think she's cheating?
Yeah, I text her while she's out. She don't respond. I ask her, send a picture where you are so I can see what's going on with the post on social media. I don't get any type of messages. So, I'm kind of insecure with why we're not having anything in our relationship happen the way it's supposed to as a married couple.
Today's case is nothing short of a legal rollercoaster. In a highly emotional courtroom session, a grandmother is fighting for custody of her granddaughter and requesting back child support from the father. The emotions are raw, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Presiding over the case, Judge Bundy listens intently as the grandmother explains her position. She claims that when the father walked away from his responsibilities, she stepped in to care for the child. Now, she is seeking to be named the child's legal guardian, but there's a major legal complication. The father currently holds no legal obligation to the grandmother. And as Judge Bundy knows, this decision won't come down to feelings alone. It's not just about love, it's about what the law allows.
Okay. You all still live in the same home?
Yes, we do.
Do you have any children?
No.
Okay. You see her every day?
Yeah.
Do you try to discuss it with her then?
She don't want to hear it. She don't go in the kitchen to talk. That's where I expect her to be, where I can corner her, but she don't talk. So
all right.
I got things to do. I got errands to run. So I let her be, so I'm not like smothering her. But when it comes down to playing the role to reservations, my girlfriends. So.
Okay. Have you ever confronted her about cheating on you?
No.
All right. It looks like you came because you're wanting to get some sort of spousal maintenance from her.
Yeah, because we're pretty much done. There's nothing happening in our relationship intimate-wise. So, I pay all the bills, 2 cars. She don't pay no gas in the car. So, I need her to either get going or tell me what's really going on.
All right. You pay all the bills, you say. So you make more money than her?
Yes.
Do you know where she is? Have you talked to her at all? Is she with the girls right now while court is going on?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, if you're the one making more money, I don't see how I could honor your request to get spousal maintenance.
Well, she gets an allowance.
All right.
So I want that back.
You want your allowance back?
Yes.
How much of an allowance are you giving her?
I give her $10K a week.
The case continues to unfold with deep emotional weight. The grandmother describes the immense pain and struggle she endured while fighting lymphoma, all while stepping in to care for her granddaughter. She claims the father couldn't handle the situation and left her to manage it alone. Now, she's asking the court to grant her full custody, convinced that she is the more stable and responsible choice. She also demands back child support, arguing that the father stopped making payments following her daughter's death. However,
$10,000 a week?
Yeah.
Man, where you work? I'm obviously in the wrong profession. Yeah. Okay. So you got her served to be here today.
Yes.
You do realize that if she were to come to court and ask for spousal maintenance from you, she will probably get it, right?
Most likely, yes.
So you still want to go through?
Yep.
Okay. Are you just doing this because you're mad at her?
Yep.
Well, Mr. Clark, you don't just come to court and file something and ask for a request without the grounds just because you're mad.
Well,
I can empathize with you being mad.
Because I want her attention. So in the court, there's mediation, and she'll know I'm serious.
Well, yeah, so yes and no, right? So you don't want to file a lawsuit to necessarily get your spouse's attention because you're not getting the affection that you're looking for. You can threaten her with a lawsuit, or you can draft one out and show it to her, but to actually have her serve, set it for a hearing, that kind of takes up my time for.
As the father begins his testimony, he focuses on clarifying key points. Starting with the timeline. He explains that the marriage ended before his ex-wife's cancer diagnosis, countering the emotional weight behind the grandmother's claim that he abandoned his wife. They had already separated, and this significantly undercuts her argument regarding child support. He fulfilled his obligations while his ex-wife was alive.
Somebody who really needs to be in here, so it's a waste of resources. I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm married myself, so I definitely understand what you're saying.
Yes.
This is just not the right resource to get her attention. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do, Mr. Clark. We're going to dismiss your case.
Dismiss the case.
We're going to dismiss it. You do not have grounds to ask for spousal maintenance. You're the breadwinner. You just said you pay all the bills. You give her a $10,000 allowance a week. You don't qualify for spousal maintenance. You have to prove that you do not have the resources to meet your minimum needs.
Okay.
We both know that you do, just based off what you said you do.
Right.
So, yeah, I would have to dismiss your case.
Yeah. Nothing else I can say then.
No, but I thank you for coming to see me, right?
Thank you.
But I also recommend that the two of you seek some sort of counseling. Marital counseling. Okay?
Nah, we beyond marital counseling.
Okay, well, if you decide to come to court and file for divorce, right?
Yes.
You can do that, but just not with the spousal maintenance part attached. I could foresee her saying she would like to have spousal maintenance. So yeah, I'll have to dismiss your.
The court reviews the financials. With an income of $3,501, the calculated child support obligation stands at $762.50. However, the judge is clear. Since the child's mother has passed and there is no legal recipient for the support, the father is not required to pay. That argument is dismissed. Next comes the matter of custody. The grandmother passionately argues to be named the child's primary guardian, but the judge quickly shuts it down. The law is straightforward. As long as the biological father is alive and has not been found unfit, he retains custody rights. Love and good intentions cannot override the legal rights of a parent. The judge adds a final note of caution. If solid evidence of neglect or harm surfaces in the future, the case could be reopened. But at this time, the grandmother's claims lack sufficient proof. The ruling stands, and the case is closed. Final thoughts. The grandmother believes love should triumph over legal rights, but the court sees things differently. In family law, emotions do not determine custody, facts and statutes do. Parental rights are not transferred by affection, but by the law.